Good morning and welcome to Today in LA. My name is Mike Amos. His name is Forrest Lee. Run, Forrest, run. Good morning, Forrest. How you
Good
doing?
morning. Hey, it's a beautiful day outside. I love cold weather when it's supposed to be cold.
And you, they say you're bad about wearing shorts even in cold weather. Is that right?
I used to wear them all the time. Now I wear slacks now today at school because I'm indoors.
Yeah, that's right.
But if we're gonna be in the garden, I'll try to wear them. We turned some soil yesterday. Some of my students did. We're gonna plant some celery, some cabbage, some lettuce, and we've turned the soil over. We're going to add some more good soil to it. And
so you're teaching them how to garden?
A little bit of gardening, a little bit of woodworking. I need to bring some of those arts and crafts that they've been doing. We've got a nice squirrel feeder. We've been building bird houses as well. We've got little tic-tac-toe sets where you can play tic-tac-toe. We also have the games that you play at Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
We've made some triangles. They've drilled holes. We put a piece of tape on the drill so they can only go so far. We ordered about 1,000 pegs, golf pegs. So you can play. And we've got a table set up in the lunchroom. So if somebody wants to buy a checker set. We've made checkers.
Yeah.
We cut checkerboards, and they drew the lines, and they painted one square one day. After it was dry, they come in and painted the other. So they have made checkerboards. We have Coca-Cola caps in a Ziploc bag, and then we'll sell you a set of checkers. It's a fundraiser. So with that money, what we do is we regenerate it. We buy some more wood to make some more products. And some things that we're looking at is trying to get some real nice cedar. There's a couple of people that I know that saw cedar boards. Then we want to make some mini bookshelves, with that. Now, we don't have our own facility, so we had to do it outdoors. And then some of the fine-tuning we could bring into my classroom and fine-tune it.
Well, that is unusual.
But I'll bring them so you can see them because it looks better visually than it does verbally.
Of course, this is Picket Day today. We're going to pick teams, or pick teams that we think will win, and yours truly won last week, and followed by we're pretty
Mike
close.
Jr. and I, you missed 8. Mike Jr. and I missed 9. Steve missed 10.
Wait a minute, you mean Steve missed 10, and he's been able to cheat up there and all that?
Nah, he just prints me.
Steve Campbell, our director, does a wonderful job. We appreciate him bringing us on the air every morning. We're on Facebook. We go across the country, across the world, and of course, this is a sad time for a lot of people, especially those in South Florida who got just went through a terrible hurricane.
Yes.
And now they say that they're from things I heard this morning on a talk radio show that there's going to be a lot of people that of course without a home, but there's some people that are casualties.
Yes, sir. Well, another thing I want to mention, y'all may have already mentioned this week, that former Troy Council member Robert Jones, who used to be the owner of Crow's Chicken, he passed away recently. Mr. Robert Jones.
And I tell you, I've known Robert Jones, all his life, and just one wonderful person, and not just a man of God, and he was a great man of God and a great city councilman, and then of course Crow's Chicken.
Cheryl Crow.
It hasn't been the same since he left it, and of course we appreciated how he used to always work with different groups and try to make each kid a better opportunity.
Right. Mr. Robert owned the one after Mr. Sherrill started it, and he became the owner manager of the one on 231. And Patsy Gibson, who started over there, she was on South Brundage Street, Three Knot Street.
Yeah.
Now Patsy has one in Brundage, Alabama, and it's worth the trip going that way.
That's right. And you can still buy catfish on Fridays and Saturdays too. And of course, great place. But again, Robert Jones was a great citizen of Troy. He was a man that would help any person try to get along. He proved it in the way he lived, and we appreciate him and what he did for Troy and Pike County.
I want to mention this: the Pike Liberal Arts Lady Patriots volleyball team picked up a 2A Area 5 match win this past Tuesday against Highland Home.
All right.
That's an area win. They won 25-22, 25-15, and 26-16.
Boy, that was a good one, wasn't it?
Anna Kate Friday had 4 aces, 3 kills, 2 blocks. Emma Baker. Anna Kate is a sophomore. Emma Baker is a junior. She had 4 kills, 2 aces. Mary Grace Brooks, a senior. She had 4 kills. And Addie Renfro, Al's daughter, she's a junior. She chipped in with 25 assists and 3 kills.
Oh, boy.
In one match, she served like the first 13 points.
Oh, man, isn't that something?
Yeah. And then Amy Ramage, a 9th grader, had 14 assists and 3 aces. This Monday coming up on the 3rd, another big area match. And I think the winner of this match will host the area tournament. But Goshen rolls into Troy this Monday. And they will play against Pike Liberal Arts this Monday here in Troy.
Big game, big
and then
game.
Goshen will have another match, another area match against Luverne next Tuesday. I do want to mention that. And some other musical notes. The Bluegrass Festival in Henderson.
Oh,
Rex
boy,
Locklear,
that's wonderful. Yeah.
Bluegrass Festival in Henderson, Alabama will be Friday and Saturday, October the 7th and October the 8th, which will be next weekend.
October, and I'll tell you this: for years this has been going on, and they didn't promote it that much. They didn't have to promote it. People came from miles around. I mean, people that love bluegrass music to see, be at Rex Locklear's place every weekend for the best music that you could find, and all you had to have was a long chair, and you were in Fat City, but what they call Fat City.
And Mr. Wayne Wiley Locklear,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He owns that property, and they've renovated best they could and saved and salvaged some of the old Henderson schoolhouse down there.
Uh-huh.
I can remember as a little kid, we'd go to Elam Rogers, we'd go to Henderson, we'd go to Vidette, and there'd be square dancing.
Oh, boy.
At those places.
Yeah.
I can remember that as a little kid. We'd be running around everywhere.
I bet.
And one particular night, I remember in the kitchen they were cooking possum, and I did not want any possum. Never tried it. So I don't know what schoolhouse that was.
Did they trick you into?
No, I didn't get none of that. But I can remember Henderson, Elam Rogers, and Vidette. And I grew up almost 3 miles from Vidette, 2 miles.
From downtown Vidette,
On the dirt road. And so, anyway, in the sport of baseball, Aaron Judge tied Roger Maris for 61 home runs. It's an American League record. Roger Maris, the controversy, when he hit his 61st home run, that was the 162nd game that year, the last game of the season. Judge hit his, there's 7 games remaining. But the controversy back in 1961, Babe Ruth, when he hit 60 in 1927, he did his in 154 games. Yeah. Roger Maris hit 61 in 162 games.
That's right.
Anyway, but congratulations.
But right now he's tied him with 7 games left.
They're tied. 61. Do you know where Roger Maris was born? What state?
I should know. I know which Mickey Mantle I'm ashamed that I couldn't.
Roger Maris was born in Hibbing, Minnesota. And the way I read it earlier, he won 3 World Series, 2 with the New York Yankees. Who was the other one with?
I'm sure one Kansas City.
You're close. St. Louis Cardinals.
Okay, that's right. Yeah. Good morning, y'all. Today in L.A.
Morning.
Mike, before we get going, Mike, I know that you're are heartbroken that we lost a guy that you knew very well,
Mr. Robert Jones.
Robert Jones.
Yeah, Robert was a great man, and one of those guys I've talked to throughout my life. You know, I was on the Blake Crow. Of course, Robert worked for Shell Crow and ran Crows, and then eventually owned Crows. And we were talking about him the other day, telling a lot of funny stories, and definitely sad for the city of Troy. I don't know how many times I probably walked in the Crows in my life when I was a young guy, talked to Robert throughout the week.
Mm-hmm.
But sad day. Of course, he was part of the city council in Troy and served his community well. And great guy, and hate that we lost him.
Yeah, you're right. You know, he and Cheryl Crow were very, very good friends, and you know, Cheryl brought him in. You know, after the Crow chicken got going, and Robert had a lot to do with making Crow's chicken one of the best chicken places in America to eat. You know, and I still say that if somebody would get the recipe, and I don't know who's got the recipe for Crows, but
Patsy.
I've never seen anybody that could compare with it. Did you? I mean, I've seen all these people. You know, you say, well, you know, you're eating the chicken, are you eating their dip or whatever? But it was something about that dip that was good.
Now, I like the chicken, plain chicken.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Now, I use the dip, sopping my rolls. That's how I use my dip. I sop rolls. That's my dessert.
Yeah, I actually like the
biscuits,
dip. Yeah.
dip rolls.
If you like Crow's chicken, raise your hand, boom, boom. If you like Crow's chicken, raise your hand, boom, boom.
Yeah, Blake and Robert told me their favorite. I mean, I don't know if it was Robert, but Blake's favorite was dipping it into gravy, mashed potatoes and gravy. They had great mashed potatoes and gravy too.
Oh yeah. You know, it's a shame that they don't bring it back because and actually, you know, they could have franchised this thing and made it a huge thing. I'm sure. Could you understand somebody buying 10 stores to franchise out for Crow's chicken?
If they can get
It
their
could have been
recipe.
it could have been a lot bigger in Guthrie.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was a lot better in Guthrie.
I think a lot of these places actually copied, you know, tried to copy Crows. You know, not knocking those people, but you know, it was a certain blend of sauce, and then the way they fried it, you know, was different, and then of course. You know, people like you said, even like their gravy, biscuits and gravy. You know.
You got Crows right on the road in Brundage.
Yeah, I know it. You're right.
I one open.
You're right.
Got one of the original people that worked for Cheryl that runs and owns it.
I'm sure.
Patsy Gibson.
I feel like that Cheryl would have a patent on that, wouldn't you think?
Well, I'm sure he probably still owns the rights. Owns the name. Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, he's one of my dear friends, Cheryl Crow, and we're.
I'll tell you what, if they put one on 38 where I live, it would make about $10 million a year. Lines would be out the door.
It really would. Couldn't you see that? Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing like that down here.
I know. You're right. You're right. And you said said that they need to move they need to move my oil.
They need to put an express oil change.
Yeah, express oil change down there. There's nowhere to get your oil change. Is that right?
Yeah, you gotta go to Dutton or Panama City Beach.
Well, Mike,
do it yourself. Forrest Lee could probably do his own oil change.
Mike, we're
I don't. Maybe at one time, but not anymore.
Mike, we're saddened to the fact that that there's been some people to lose their life in that storm yesterday. They don't give any totals yet, but there is a loss of life, and that's so sad.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like 2 or 3 million people without power. They'll be able to tell a lot more today once the water.
Well, see, a lot of these
certain
people,
areas.
you're dealing with a high class bunch of people, then you're dealing with a low class or a type.
Well, I mean, you're dealing with a lot of wealthy people, and
Yeah.
you know, it's one of those areas where it hit. You know, there's plenty of millionaires, but I mean, people are people. I mean, hopefully everybody will be all right.
The whole key to it all was did they take precaution and get out of there? And then some people said, "Well, I'm gonna ride it out." I've heard that saying so many times. I'm gonna ride it out. Hey, you don't ride out of a storm like we had yesterday. It's either you're out or you're in trouble.
Yeah, I was trying to reach out to my owner yesterday. I imagine cell service is horrible down there. He lives in Naples, Florida.
Oh God, I bet he's had some. Have you heard from him?
No. I was trying to reach out to him yesterday to see if he got out or not.
I tell you what.
I tell you what. If he's getting out or not.
It hit Naples tough, and that's one of the Naples, Florida is one of the wealthiest places in the world. Did you know that?
Yeah, one time we thought it was going to hit Tampa, but it ended up hit Naples, Fort Myers, that area more.
Something unreal. Yeah, and I'm sure not a meteorologist or anything like that, but it actually sucked the water out of the bay. The bay sucked the water out, and then in a few hours or I don't know how long it took, then it went back in with a surge. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. Most people have never seen. They were talking to experts, had never seen that happen, where they actually sucked. That's a big bay there, and they sucked the water out of there, and then later on it came back in.
I guess we had Major League history last night. Judge hit 61.
Yeah. Tied Roger Maris.
They've got 7 more days, and I wonder if they'll pitch to him. The whole key to this. Listen to this, and I don't have the stat on this, but how many times you reckon this guy has been walked intentionally? I bet he's been walked intentionally 50 times this year.
Don't tell him.
I mean, I wouldn't pitch to the son of a gun. If he had been hitting all those home runs, I'd go ahead and take my chances with the next batter.
Good article I was reading about Roger Maris Jr., the son.
Yeah.
He used Aaron Judge as the home run king if he hit 62 due to the steroid accusations, for Bonds and McGuire and Sosa. So this could be the most legit home run record ever if he makes 62.
Yeah, I know it.
Well, when Maris hit his in 61, the controversy was he hit his on the 162nd game. Babe Ruth hit 60 in 154 games.
Oh, boy.
That was the controversy back then. But
Mike, I've got the movie, and I still have it. The movie of Mick, the Eminem Boys, and that was really a good movie. And
it's called 61.
Yeah, who was that? And I thought the guy that played Maris looked just like him. He looked so much like him.
Yeah, like actor named Barry Pepper.
Yeah, that's right. He was a good actor, and it was really a good movie if you haven't seen it. The Eminem Boys, talking about Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris, and how they were friends and roommates, and they were both trying to break Babe Ruth's record.
Aaron Judge has been walked 106 times this year.
Gosh!
106 times.
How
many are intentional? I don't know.
Is that a record or Mickey Mantle?
Probably Barry Bonds owns the record.
Yeah, try to find that out. I tell you what, Farr Lee, ladies and gentlemen, I call him Farr because Farrington's a little bit hard for me. but he comes up with more information than you. Mike, same way. Mike Amos calling in from Grayton this morning.
It's 61 degrees in Troy. 61 degrees in Grayton and 53 in Troy.
It's cold in Troy, ladies and gentlemen. It's 53 degrees in downtown Troy, and I tell you, it's wonderful, wonderful. If you like cold weather and you want to get out in the woods and walk through the woods and not worry about those crawlers. I always told my son come on and go with me. We don't have to worry about any crawlers. It's too cold for crawlers.
All right, here's your question. Here's your
Huh?
answer. For a career, Barry Bonds was walked 2,558 times.
Gosh. Oh,
The
man,
single
he was
season
walked.
record Barry Bonds holds. He was 39 years old at the time. He was walked 232 times
In one season.
in one season.
That is phenomenal.
When he was 30,
You hear what he said, though? 39.
he was 39 years old.
39 years old.
All right, when he was 37, he was walked 198 times. When he was 36, he was walked 177 times. Babe Ruth, when he was 28 years old, he was walked 170 times.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Isn't that amazing, ladies and gentlemen? That these guys did what they did, and you know, they called it a plate. And now, how many times do you ever see this? And I was wondering, how many times do you get 2 strikes on the guy, and you or 2 balls on him? Let's say you got 2 balls on him, and you can go out the mound and could you signal to get the other 2 balls? Yeah, I was wondering, you know, after pitching to the batter for ball 2, could you actually go ahead and let him go to first base?
Oh, yeah, you do that.
Here are the top 10 walk leaders for the career.
Mickey Mantle was one of them, I bet.
Frank Thomas is number 10.
Frank Thomas, Baltimore Orioles.
Mel Ott.
Don't know about Mel. I don't know Mel a long time ago.
Yep. Mickey Mantle,
Mickey Mantle of the Yankees. How many he have?
1,733.
It was walked 1,703 batters.
Jim Thome,
Jim Thome, he hit a bunch of home runs.
Carl Yastrzemski,
Yes, from Boston, left fielder, one of the best of all time. Was he right fielder, left fielder? Left fielder, I think.
Joe Morgan is number 5.
And Joe Morgan was
1,800.
he stole a lot of bases.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he played second base with Rudd.
Ted Williams,
Yeah,
over 2,000 times.
he was walked
He's
over
number
2,000 times.
Yep. Babe Ruth, a little over 2,000 times. Ricky Henderson, almost
And
2,200.
that way, he was a big base stealer. Both of them,
Yeah, I mean, when you're a leadoff man, you try to get on base.
I know it.
And
Yeah,
then Barry Bonds leads with 2,558.
with about 2,558. Isn't that phenomenal?
Yep, that's your top 10.
And still hit over 700 home runs. Unreal.
762. A lot of them were when he was in his late 30s and 40s.
Yeah. You know, he was an amazing athlete. Now, his son, he was, his daddy was,
His dad was Bobby Bonds.
yeah, and he wasn't a home run hitter at all, really, was he?
I think he hit over 300.
Did he? I didn't know. Bobby Bonds, he could run. I know that. Of course, he played some center field when Mantle got too old. But
Charles Henderson will play tonight. Is that correct?
yes, and led by this guy right here named Zion Grady, and here's a picture of Zion Grady in the message.
Zion, I think it goes by Zion.
All right, Zion Grady. And Mike, this you know what this says right here? It says Zion Grady received Alabama offer, and that's Coach Saban. Can you believe that, Mike? He's just in the 10th grade. He's a 10th grader.
Alabama's offered guys in the 8th grade before.
Well, I never heard of those, but he's a 10th grader, and he stars for Charleston High School, and he'll be starring for him tonight. Hey, they won't be able to block him. I mean, he is just so fast and so quick, and has all the moves and the mechanics of a great player.
I mean, if you get an offer from Alabama, I don't know how you don't take it. I mean, to be honest with you, it's not going to get any better than that.
I'm wondering if they can. I'm wondering if they can count it. I don't know if they can count it.
They count it till, I mean, not the 2023 class or 2024, it'd be 2025.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it tells you where now he got commitments already now from Alabama.
Offers.
I say that commitments, but offers. It's got offers from Troy and Alabama State, Tennessee, Penn State, Alabama A&M, Florida State, Auburn, according to 24/7 24/7 Sports is the and it even says the coaches that were recruiting him, Charles Kelly, who at one time lived in Ozark, Alabama, and Pete Golding also was one of the coaches involved in recruiting him.
Coordinator.
So all he did last week. Now, I want you to hear this. Now, this is a 10th grader playing defensive end for Charles Henson. He totaled 12 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks, a forced fumble, and 3 quarterback hurries for the Trojans in their win. Boy, how would you like to have it be the right tackle and have to block that guy? And I laugh because it's amazing the athletes that are coming out of these high schools at a young age. And I hope wish him well.
We got a bunch of games to pick.
I know we do now. We do, and I do want to mention the Dothan Eagle comes to Troy every day, and I appreciate them doing that. Write them a letter and tell them you're from Troy and you appreciate their newspaper because they do a good job. And they're talking about a lot of different things today. And one of them is the women's girls volleyball, and that's a big sport. Now, I didn't realize how big it is. It's getting to be huge in women's sports in college.
Mm-hmm. It is.
And of course, we'll get started in just a few moments. And of course, Steve's he's playing, and he's always competitive. And I look forward to him joining us in just a few minutes. And I've got the list also of all the colleges, college schedules for the weekend, and how many will be affected by the storm. And of course, our prayers.
Florida's going to play on Sunday, and then South Carolina moved the game up till tonight.
Tonight.
Yeah.
And so,
they're playing like South Carolina State.
And Florida's going to play on Monday, you said?
Sunday.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, a few local games have been moved, but we'll get to that later.
I mean, is Troy even getting any rain?
No,
right now.
I tell you what, it's cold.
What made them move it up?
They thought it was going to hit.
Yeah.
They were going based upon projections. And in order to go ahead and make the move of what you need to do, they decided, hey, let's go ahead and make the move to Thursday. Based upon, they needed to make that decision 2 or 3 days ago for everybody to make the adjustments they needed to make.
I can tell you all of these.
I think Coach Hambright used to that Montgomery schedule back in the day when he was at Harvard. A lot of Montgomery schools used to play on Thursday night.
I tell you, whatever he does and whatever he wants to do, I'm all for it. He has done a super job as the head football coach at Charles Henson. I was looking through here, and I'm some of you folks are going to laugh about this, but they give flag football scores. Eufaula defeated Locha Polka in flag football 28-7 and lost to Central of Phoenix City in a high school flag.
That's a sanctioned sport.
Yeah, that's right.
By the Alabama High School Athletics.
So he could end up being all-state flag football.
That's right.
They give full ride scholarships. Some colleges do.
Exactly right.
Full ride.
They in the win, Heaven Duckworth threw 3 touchdown passes. Heaven Duckworth, that's got to be a girls, I would think. Two to Juanessa Walton. This must be girls.
It is.
Girls.
It's flag football girls.
Flag
football is only girls though. They don't do boys.
Girls. Just girls.
Only ones we saw.
That's right. I remember I heard when that was going to start.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be a fun sport to watch in college.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Parley, we're about ready to get started.
Ready to get started?
And, of course,
We got to get started. We only got an hour.
oh, we're in great shape, though. I want to wish all of our sponsors, and more than anything, before we get off the subject, our prayers and our thoughts are with all the people that are going through just terrible, terrible situations down in South Florida. And may the Lord guide you in everything you do. And we are praying for you right as we speak, that everything will turn out right for all the folks that have been hit. And those some people are been hit worse than others, and help your fellow man out. It's so important. We're going to take a break. We're going to be right back with all the picks this week and our picks of the week.
In the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle? We've got what you're looking for.
So come see us at Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC in Troy, and you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
Troy Cable Security Wi-Fi doorbell camera allows you to answer the door from your smartphone when you are at home, at work, or on the go. When a visitor presses the button, Troy Cable Security sends a live video feed to your smartphone so you can see, hear, and speak to the person at your door. With the doorbell camera, you can have your porch light turn on automatically when it detects motion at night to create the appearance that someone is at home. You can view video clips so you can always know who stopped by when you are out. Troy Cable Security. You love them. Protect them.
These teenage years can be tricky to navigate, especially when it comes to teaching my son about managing money. I'm thankful for helpful tools like Sidekick from Max. With Sidekick, requesting and rewarding money is easy. He can earn it by completing chores, making honor roll, or simply making a request from his own app. I love that I can easily monitor his purchases and set limits to help him learn to make smart choices with his spending, even on video games. Sidekick. Find it in your Max app.
Our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles looks so good, you'll think they're new.
So take the short drive to Bill Jackson Ford in Troy, where you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Ford, Troy, Alabama.
I know there's two.
Did you know?
We're back. We're back.
Back to our show brought to you by Premier Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram trucks on the bypass in Troy. And, of course, ladies and gentlemen, nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody. And I tell you what, go by and ask for my good friend Jason Gregory, and he'll give you a price you can't refuse on a beautiful, beautiful Ram truck. And, of course, they also have a tremendous selection of used cars and trucks at Premier Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram trucks on the bypass right here in Troy, Alabama. Of course, we want to say good morning to Joe Watson, and he has sold his drugstore, but he says nothing will be changed. I mean, that means I can still charge it and pay for it at the end of the month. Anyway, we've enjoyed some good breakfast there, and they say it will not change. Nobody's leaving except they're changing, not even changing the name. It will always be Bird Drugs. Okay, Mike Amos calling in from Great Beach, Florida, and the weather's beautiful there. Is that right? Excuse me.
Gorgeous down here.
We were there.
Been sunny for about 2 or 3 weeks.
I was there yesterday, and it could not have been a more beautiful Gulf than yesterday. And of course, it's just amazing how Mother Nature works. And hopefully, we're gonna get good return on and hopefully nobody else. And we pray for these that are having a hard time. Okay, here we go. Mike Amos from Grayton Beach, Florida. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing well. What's the first game?
All right. Hey, wait a minute. I got to write your name down first.
I got hit. You got his?
All right, now you got it.
You got
I
his?
got mine.
All right, okay. I'm just getting mine. We're going to high school first, and we've got Georgiana against Brantley. This is a good Georgiana team, and it surprised a lot of people.
This is a showdown. This should be, I think the winner of this will be in the catbird seat. Well, Elba has not lost. Georgiana's not lost a area game. So this will be, I guess, between, if Brantley loses this one, they may fall to 3 in the area.
Well, I'll tell you.
I'll take Brantley.
And they're playing at Brantley, though, and I'll take Brantley.
I'm going to pick Brantley. Next game's Goshen at Barber County. I'll take the Eagles of Goshen.
Goshen playing real well, and they're a team to watch right now in that league right there. And I'll take Goshen.
All right. You got Goshen, Mike?
Yeah.
I got then a big game for Crenshaw County, the Battle of Crenshaw County. Luverne at Highland Home. Highland Home's ranked number 2.
What a game.
And Luverne has got some votes this week in the sports writers poll where they're playing in Highland Home. I think Highland Home, I hope the referees have good control of the game 30 minutes before the kickoff.
Yeah. Well, I will say this. They will be playing on Friday night. At least I've got, do not have them playing on Thursday night. So it'll be a Friday night game at Highland Home. That's going to be a great game. Luverne's playing pretty well right now, but it's going to be hard for them to beat Highland Home at Highland Home. Give me Highland Home. The Flying Squadron.
Yeah, I'll take the Fighting Will Penalty.
Steve took Highland Home, and he also took Brantley. Okay.
All right, we got G.W. Long at Zion Chapel.
And, my team of the week last week was Zion Chapel. The new coach there has them playing very well now, but I'm afraid it's not good enough to beat G.W. Long, but they'll be competitive. But I'm going to have to go with the guys from Skipperville, G.W. Long.
I'll take G.W. Long.
Number 5, Cottonwood at Arrington.
No, wait a minute. One quick thing. Go check his temperature real well. Steve's got Zion Chapel. He picked Zion Chapel. I just want everybody to know that. Okay, your next one.
All right, Cottonwood at Arrington.
The Arrington Purple Cats. Give me the Arrington Purple Cats any day, any week.
Has Arrington only lost one game?
Yes.
Yep.
That was
I'll take Kilcreek. Built the program out there.
He's a good football coach, I tell you.
Tell you what, they need to drive a tight little arts, need to drive a Brinks truck to Arrington and get Kilcreek to come back.
You know what? A lot of people from Pike Little Arts probably say the same thing, Mike, because he is a great coach, and not only a great coach, he is a wonderful person, and all of these guys are wonderful, but I tell you, they don't come in better than Stephen Kilcrease.
So you're going to take Arrington?
Yeah.
All right, Pike County, the Bulldogs will travel to New Brockton. And
I told
Pike
you.
County.
All right, you picked Pike County. I told you folks at the very beginning, Pike County was having, slow start, and it was getting beat just by a couple of points, and they were having just a tough luck season. They are now on a streak. Look out for the Pike County Bulldogs. They'll go to New Brockton and can name the score.
I'll take Pike County.
Game 7, Steve take
So
Pike
Steve
County.
takes Pike County.
Big game here. Strawn versus Houston Academy at Houston Academy.
Whoa. And it's a Kilcrease coaching at Strawn.
Who they playing Strong?
Strawn at Houston Academy.
It's a Kilcrease against who's the head football coach? I know the assistant
John,
coach.
and then
Eddie
Brundage.
Brundage is head coach.
Eddie Brundage, former great
Dozier.
running back at Troy from Dozier, Alabama. He still holds the record for the most rushing yards, I think I want to say, in the game.
I'll take Houston Academy.
That's what I got.
Ooh, you know what though? Hey, they haven't played Kill Crease yet. Give me Kill Crease at Strawn to go in there and win the ball game.
I'm going to take Houston.
Steve took Houston. Everybody else took Houston. So now you know the rest of the story, ladies and gentlemen. All right, this game. All right, go ahead.
Number 8, Carroll at Eufaula.
Carroll of Ozark against Eufaula. Carroll has improved since Charles Henderson. They've got a real good quarterback and have a lot of speed. You know, they're going to play Eufaula tough. I don't believe they'll beat them, but I'm going to take Eufaula.
I got Eufaula.
How do you spell Eufaula?
EUFUALA. No, you got it. No, wait a minute. I don't know.
I
was asking because I can't ever spell it right.
They have a silent.
Eufaula, Alabama.
Yeah.
EUFAULA. I did spell it incorrectly. Sorry, Mrs. Bradford.
I wasn't even looking at how you spelled it. I just don't know how to spell it. So I was trying to.
And for you kids, for you folks out there that
now I'm trying to spell Brundage. Always had a hard time spelling Brundage.
No, I'll tell you how you can do this though. A lot of people are taking geography classes and learning more about the geography. The way you spell geography is George E. O. Grant rode a pony home yesterday. Geography. On your hand, George E. O. Grant rode a pony home yesterday.
Yeah, my wife and I are having to learn math again. My daughter Mary Ferguson in first grade, and we're having to do math. And I'm like, this is the worst thing in the world. I'm having nightmares again.
All right, so I got Eufaula.
All right, I took Eufaula. And the coach, of course, they're coached by one of the all-time great players at Troy.
Mike, you got Eufaula?
Yeah, I got Eufaula.
All right, here we go. Prattville at Enterprise.
Whoa, boy. Now, this Prattville team is a good one, but also Enterprise is playing well right now. I don't know if this is homecoming.
We know records here.
I'm trying to find it.
Bobby Bonds, by the way, we were talking about him. Barry Bonds, the dad. He did hit 330 home runs.
Oh, did? Okay. All right. I'll take Enterprise in an upset. Enterprise in an upset over.
Enterprise had.
Travel's only 3-2.
Yeah,
right.
Enterprise is 3-2.
It's a big game. I know this. Big area game. Who do you like, Mike?
Who's the home team?
Enterprise.
I'll take the home team. I'll take Enterprise.
I'm going to take Prattville.
All right, there he goes, Mike. There he goes. And Steve also took Enterprise. Pike Liberal at Danville. And, boy, it's going to be a tough one to pick.
I've got some information about that. Danville is 3 hours and 18 minutes away, 216 miles. They play at Smith Owen Stadium. They're purple and white. Their head coach is Andrew Williams. And in their area, they have Vinemont, Asbury, Ridley, Mountain, J.B. Pennington, Madison Academy, and Susan Moore. They are 1-4. They lost to Lawrence County, lost to Falkville, lost to J.B. Pennington, lost to Madison Academy, but they defeated Susan Moore, 35-28.
Now, Madison,
they're 3-8.
Yeah. Madison Academy is coached by Bobby Godsey, former Troy quarterback, and he's done a great job at Madison.
They beat them 38-0.
Well, you know, they didn't beat them that bad. You know, they could have. I would
48-0.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I'll take Danville.
Danville.
I'll take Danville.
Yeah, over the years in basketball, they had a real good basketball program. I'm going to take. You know, I might go on the limb here, but I'll take Danville. Who do you like?
I'm going to pick Pike Liberal Arts.
Well, yeah, I came close to doing it. If they weren't playing at Danville, Pink Liberal Arts, what time?
They're gonna stop and eat at the Cracker Barrel.
All right.
I don't know when
No.
they're leaving about 9:30 probably. I really don't know.
The game's at 7:00 tonight, and they'll
No, tomorrow night.
tomorrow night. I'm sorry. And that game,
I'm on.
let's see,
I believe.
they'll leave
That'd be
about
good. I
9:30.
think it'd be good. I mean, if they win that game, they'll have a chance to win the last one too.
Mhm.
Callahan.
Yeah.
Next
Okay.
week is
State Academy.
I
right, the
can
next-
look real quick. I don't have it in front of me.
Of course, there's a big game tonight in the stadium that will be televised on Troy Cable TC2, Troy Cable, and they do a super job. I watched the whole game last week, and I thought the picture was wonderful. I thought the camera work was really, really good, and I thought the people that were doing the broadcast did a great job. I'll tell you what. Troy Cable is got a great product on television tonight from the with Charles Henderson going up against
Rehoboth
in an area game. So
that game will be televised.
I'll take Charles Henderson big.
Yeah, that will be televised along with G.W. Long at Zion Chapel. That will be televised tonight.
oh boy, yeah.
And then tomorrow night, Enterprise will host Prattville, and Highland Home will host Luverne. So we have 4 live games this week at C Spire and Troy Cable.
What is the other one on Friday night?
Enterprise versus Prattville and Enterprise, and Luverne at Highland Home.
Ooh boy, Luverne and Highland Home. So that's going to be a great game too. So and
I'll
Highland
take
Home.
Charles Henderson. And the last high school game we have is Macon East at Crenshaw Christian Academy.
All right, and Crenshaw is moving right along. I think they've just been beaten one time. Is that right?
That's correct.
And coached by the legendary football coach who
Wayne
Wayne
Grant
Grant.
close to 300 wins up.
I don't know. I would think he has.
I can look it up.
You know, Wayne Grant, of course, coaches at Crenshaw Christian Academy in Luverne. This game,
I don't know Macon East's record. I'll take CCA.
I'll tell you this: they're pretty good. Macon East is. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take Macon East to win that game. I'm gonna take Macon East to win the game.
Who's Steve pick?
Steve picked Crenshaw.
Here's what I got. Wayne's total record is. Still looking. Still can't find it, but I'll get it. Just 260 wins is what I
Ooh,
have.
boy, that is unreal.
32 years, 260 wins, 120 losses. Who'd you pick, Mike? You'll pick Richie?
Well, Macon East's schedule.
Okay.
Well,
I took CCA, but I don't know what Macon East.
I'll tell you this: Macon East is always pretty good, and I don't know if Coach Glenn Lond is still their coach, but he coached there for years.
Macon East is 4.
4-1.
Yeah.
That'll be a really good game.
Yeah, be a good one right there at the stadium in Luverne.
I'll stay with CCA.
I'm gonna pick Wayne Grant.
All right, Wayne Grant can't play.
Crenshaw.
Wayne, remember this, ladies and gentlemen. Let me make it perfectly clear: Wayne Grant cannot play.
All right.
But and I took
What are
Macon
we, is that it for high school?
East.
Yes.
I want to say Steve.
Yeah, and
Steve
Macon
Camp,
East and Crenshaw.
I
for
didn't-
number 12.
You know, Steve Camp went with Enterprise, and he also went with you, Paula. I just wanted in the Houston Academy.
Did he? Who pick Crenshaw? Did he?
Yeah,
personally
he picked Crenshaw.
Okay.
We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back, and we'll let you know who will win in college football this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun.
In the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle? We've got what you're looking for.
So come see us at Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC in Troy, and you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
Troy Cable Security Wi-Fi doorbell camera allows you to answer the door from your smartphone when you are at home, at work, or on the go. When a visitor presses the button, Troy Cable Security sends a live video feed to your smartphone so you can see, hear, and speak to the person at your door. With the doorbell camera, you can have your porch light turn on automatically when it detects motion at night to create the appearance that someone is at home. You can view video clips so you can always know who stopped by when you are out. Troy Cable Security. You love them, protect them.
These teenage years can be tricky to navigate, especially when it comes to teaching my son about managing money. I'm thankful for helpful tools like Sidekick from Max. With Sidekick, requesting and rewarding money is easy. He can earn it by completing chores, making honor roll, or simply making a request from his own app. I love that I can easily monitor his purchases and set limits to help him learn to make smart choices with his spending, even on video games. Sidekick. Find it in your Max app.
Our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles looks so good, you'll think they're new.
So take the short drive to Bill Jackson Ford in Troy, where you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Ford, Troy, Alabama.
Yes, we're
Back to our show, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you by Premier Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram trucks on the bypass in Troy. And I'll tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, they've got some deals this weekend that will knock your socks off. And of course, as always, Jason Gregory and his whole staff are ready for you to come and take advantage of the tremendous sales of Chrysler, Buick, Jeep, and Ram trucks in Troy, Alabama. We're proud of them as one of our sponsors. Okay, here we go. We're going to get going in college football. Let's bunch up, Mike. I'll let you start first as we pick the University of Washington at UCLA.
I've been big on Washington so far this year. I'll take Washington.
They are playing pretty good. I'll take Washington.
Huskies.
Yes, sir. Steve took Washington.
All righty.
So everybody's wondering what Steve did.
They've been real good at home. We'll see how they do on the road. Of course, UCLA almost got beat by South Alabama.
Yeah. South Alabama looks pretty good, don't it?
Real good.
Navy at Air Force. The Navy at Air Force, big rival game here.
Navy's awful. Last couple of years, I don't know what's happened to that program. They used to be so good. I'll take Air Force.
I'll take Air Force. Farley.
Air Force.
Okay, now Illinois at Wisconsin, and Wisconsin sort of showed their stripes the other night. Mike, they got crushed by Ohio State.
Bill's got Illinois playing great. I think their only loss is to Indiana by 3. I'll take Illinois.
You know what? The way I look at it here, Farley, is this: that's why Wisconsin will win the football game, because they're mad. They're real mad, and they just can't wait to play another game. I'm gonna take Wisconsin.
Illinois. Bill coached at Wisconsin all those years. He wants to beat them.
Yeah, I know it. That's right. Sure did.
I'm gonna take Wisconsin.
What Steve did, you know what he did just a while ago? He sneaked a cup of hot coffee right in front of me, and I didn't know it. Steve, thank you so much. But it's not going to have any effect on what college teams I pick, Steve. I want you to know that. Nothing like a good hot coffee.
Wisconsin's a 7-point favorite.
All right. Wisconsin's a 7-point favorite.
Number 4, Purdue at Minnesota. I'll take the Golden Gophers.
And they're red hot, buddy. They're red hot, Mike. And Mike's favorite coach, Mike.
TJ Fleck.
His name is
I'll take Minnesota.
his name is T.J. Flack.
Yeah, he was the coach when they beat Auburn in the bowl.
Okay, I'll take Minnesota.
Who'd Steve get?
Steve took Minnesota.
Number 5.
I don't know if Purdue's quarterback's going to play too, and he's a really good quarterback.
Yeah.
Virginia Tech at North Carolina. I'll select the Tar Heels.
Well, you know, you don't know which Tar Heel is going to show up, but I'll take North Carolina. Are they undefeated? They got beat once, didn't they?
They just got beat by Notre Dame.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Well, Steve also said no, North Carolina. SMU at UCF.
Steve, Mike, you picked Virginia Tech or
right.
North Carolina?
North Carolina. I'm going to take Central Florida to win this game. I will say though, SMU played TCU really tough, but I'll take the Gus Bus.
I think I'll take the Gus bunch.
I'm on Gus. Go Gus.
And also Steve Kemp said
Actually,
UCF.
the Lindsey bunch.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Michigan State at Maryland, and of course that's going to be a good one. And Michigan State started off with terribly, and they're playing at Maryland. I'm going to tell you right now, I can't see them going to Maryland and winning. I'm going to take Maryland to win that football game.
Yeah, that's Tua's brother, Kalua, is the quarterback at Maryland, former Alabama quarterback. I'll take Maryland as well. This line is really going up, though. This line's already at 8.
I'll take Maryland.
What you mean Maryland favored?
Yeah, Maryland's the favorite at home by 8.
Where did Tua go to high school, Mike?
Thompson.
Where he played at Thompson. We watched him play Melbourne one night.
That's right, yeah. And we watched him play. Okay, Steve took he took Maryland too, so everybody took Maryland. Iowa State at Kansas, and now look out. Kansas is rolling, but they will not roll this week. They're going up against Iowa State, and I picked Iowa State to win the football game. Mike.
Kansas is undefeated. They're playing at home, but Iowa State's a 3-point favorite.
Yeah. There's still no respect given to Kansas right now. And, you know, I'm sitting right next to Forrest Lee, and you know what he said, Mike? He said, When I said that, he said, so he thinks they made a
I'll
terrible
take Gail Sayers. I'm going with Kansas.
I'm going to take the home game, too. There's something about Kansas. They're scoring a lot of points.
Yeah. Some people think that that Kansas produced the greatest football player of all time. Have you ever heard that?
What, Gail Sayers?
Gail Sayers. How many times you've heard people say he's the greatest player of all?
Played too in basketball, didn't he?
Who?
Yep. Wilt Chamberlain.
Chamberlain played Kansas?
No, he played at. Wilt Chamberlain played at. Hold on a minute. He played at San Francisco.
That was Bill Russell. Played at San Francisco.
Oh, yeah. I don't think he played at Kansas.
No, look at
wait a minute. He played at Oklahoma. Wait a minute.
Bill Russell played at San Francisco.
San Francisco. I got it right.
Wilt Chamberlain played. We're coming to it.
Wait a minute. Who'd you say first?
Bill Russell played at San Francisco. Wilt Chamberlain played at Kansas.
Yes.
He did play at Kansas?
Played for the Kansas Jayhawks.
Yeah, you got me, Mike. I didn't think you could get me on something that old.
Yeah. Bill Russell played at San Francisco, won 2 national championships.
And Bill Russell played at San Francisco.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, so everybody got Kansas, the game picked, Iowa at Kansas,
yes.
Iowa State.
Iowa State.
Number 9er, North Carolina State at Clemson.
And this is a battle of unbeaten. North Carolina State still unbeaten, and Clemson unbeaten. Mike, Clemson quarterback impressed me pretty much. I'm going to go with him again this week. I'm going to take Clemson.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Clemson.
How do you spell this guy's name? Where does this guy come from? How do you spell this guy's name? I mean, that's the most, that's the hardest name that I've had to make in a long time.
Here's a good one. West Virginia at Texas. Neil Brown at Texas.
Oh, yeah. Texas' quarterback, is he back? Excuse me, I'm trying to clear my throat. I'm going to have to go with the home team. Texas.
Yeah, that was a bad loss by Sarkisian.
I'll take Texas. You got Texas or West Virginia?
I'll take Texas.
Texas.
Texas Tech at Kansas State, number 11.
Oh, boy, that's going to be a good one. Both of them were, I'm going to go with Kansas State.
Texas Tech at Kansas State?
Double check that. I believe that's right. You'll double check it for me.
So, Texas Tech's only lost one game. Kansas State's only lost one game. Kansas State's losses to Tulane.
Yeah, I know it. And Texas Tech is pretty good, no question, but I don't think they'll go to Kansas and win. I'm going to take Kansas State. Steve liked Kansas State, and he also liked Texas, and also liked Clemson and Kansas.
I'll take Kansas
I'll
State.
take Kansas State.
We got the Cowboys of Oklahoma State travel to Bear Country to play Baylor.
All right, they're undefeated, and Oklahoma State's undefeated. I'm going to take Baylor to win the football game. Baylor's going to win the football game. You remember that, Mike, when the guy said, Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn is going to win the football game. You remember that, Mike?
You know what? I'm having the hardest time trying to find these games. Who's the home team here? Oklahoma State?
Yeah,
I think
Baylor.
At Baylor. Double check it.
Man, I'm going to go Oklahoma State. They lost a heartbreaking game to Baylor last year in the championship game. I'm going to take Oklahoma State.
It's going to be a good one.
I like Cowboys.
Boy, this is a big game for Oklahoma State. But and what did that guy say when he was at Troy, Mike, in the interview after the game? He said, "Listen, these are kids. Then what did he say?
Said I'm a man. I'm 40.
I'm a man. I'm 40. Talk to me. Don't talk to my kids. Talk to me. I'm 40." That was a long time ago, Mike.
Who'd Steve pick, Baylor or Oklahoma State?
Steve took Baylor, just like I did.
Here's a big one. Wake Forest at Florida State.
Woo! Give me Wake Forest to win the football game over Florida State.
Florida State's the favorite.
I know.
I'm going with
That don't
Florida
matter.
State.
I like Wake Forest.
Yeah, I keep on struggling with Florida State. Are they back? Are they really back? And then Wake Forest come off that heartbreaking loss to Clemson. I guess I'll take Florida State in a close one.
It's going to be a great game. Now okay, Steve, what do we got now? We got Steve taking Florida State.
Number 14, Oregon State at Utah. I'll take the Utes.
I tell you, it's going to be a close one, though. I'm going to take Utah, too. Steve took Utah.
Oh, it's Oregon State against Utah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At Utah.
I'll take Utah.
And ladies and gentlemen, the Stanford Cardinal against the Oregon Ducks. I will take the Oregon Ducks and my favorite player, Bo Diddley.
I'm sorry. All the
Bo
Knicks.
Bo
Knicks? Philippines 6.
Bo Nick.
I'm sorry.
And of course, he's the same kid that played for Auburn this time a year ago. And now he's the star quarterback for the Oregon Ducks.
I'll take Oregon.
I'll take Oregon.
I'll take Oregon.
Number 16, Colorado at Arizona.
Steve took Oregon just a while ago too. Colorado considered one of the worst football teams in America. I'll take Arizona.
I got Arizona.
What has happened to the University of Colorado that had that big buffalo, Mike? You remember they used to run out with that big old buffalo?
Oh,
And I was riding down yesterday and looked over to my right, and I saw a bunch of Texas Longhorns in the
There's
guy's
some.
pasture. Yeah,
Going to Goshen. There's some going to
that's
Goshen.
right. It's a big old Longhorn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mike,
You
who
got-
do you like?
I'll take Arizona.
Okay.
I-
Georgia Southern at Coastal Carolina. And Coastal Carolina, I watched them on TV. They're pretty good.
Yeah, Coastal Carolina decided to play their best game of the year against Georgia State. They just blew them out.
Yeah. I'll take Coastal Carolina.
I got Coastal.
Yeah, Georgia Southern will play them tough, but I'll take Coastal at home.
California versus Washington State.
All right, Steve took Coastal. All right, California and Washington State.
James had Washington State. I'll take Washington State.
Me too.
I'll tell you something about Washington State. Take them when they're playing at home, and I'm going to take them because they're playing at home.
Virginia at Duke.
Now, one thing quick, Steve Camp took California instead of Washington State, so he's the only one that did
Okay.
it. All right, go ahead.
Virginia at Duke.
Virginia at Duke, and
Yeah, Virginia just lost a heartbreaking game to Syracuse.
yeah.
They took the lead late out. Syracuse to loss. Duke played Kansas pretty tough. Man, I don't know who to pick here. This is a real tough game. I'm gonna go Virginia.
I feel the same way, but I'm gonna go with the Duke Blue Devils. Give me the Blue Devils. They got a new coach.
Manchester Blue Devils. Duke Blue Devils.
Steve took Virginia.
I'll take Virginia.
Yeah, Manchester, they're the Blue Devils, so I'm going
Now, one of the tough games on the board is Liberty. Who shot Liberty Balance playing against Old Dominion? It's quite a football game. Liberty and Old Dominion.
Old Dominion's pretty good.
Mike, I was looking at, I'm wondering which league sounds more impressive, the Conference USA or the Sun Belt?
Yeah, Sunbelt blows Conference USA away now. Not even close.
Well, that's the
overall,
Liberty is the top team in the Conference USA.
I'll take Liberty.
They hadn't joined Conference USA yet.
All right. Now they're going up against Old Dominion. Old Dominion's not bad.
Yeah, I'll take Old Dominion. They're the home team.
You think that over Liberty Baptist?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Liberty Baptist.
Liberty.
Barley says Liberty.
Liberty.
Liberty for all.
UAB at Rice.
Steve
Rice,
took Liberty.
baby.
UAB at Rice. Rice has been playing people rough, pretty good, but UAB should win this game. I'm going to take UAB.
Yeah, UAB lost to Rice last year at home. It was a shocking loss. I think they were like 20-point favorites. Got beat. I'll take UAB.
I'll take UAB.
We're moving around pretty fast today, Mike. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
We're still alive.
We'll be back in just a moment.
In the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle? We've got what you're looking for.
So come see us at Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC in Troy, and you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
Troy Cable Security Wi-Fi doorbell camera allows you to answer the door from your smartphone when you are at home, at work, or on the go. When a visitor presses the button, Troy Cable Security sends a live video feed to your smartphone so you can see, hear, and speak to the person at your door. With the doorbell camera, you can have your porch light turn on automatically when it detects motion at night to create the appearance that someone is at home. You can view video clips so you can always know who stopped by when you are out. Troy Cable Security. You love them, protect them.
These teenage years can be tricky to navigate, especially when it comes to teaching my son about managing money. I'm thankful for helpful tools like Sidekick from Max. With Sidekick, requesting and rewarding money is easy. He can earn it by completing chores, making honor roll, or simply making a request from his own app. I love that I can easily monitor his purchases and set limits to help him learn to make smart choices with his spending, even on video games. Sidekick. Find it in your Max app.
Our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles looks so good, you'll think they're new.
So take the short drive to Bill Jackson Ford in Troy, where you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Ford, Troy, Alabama.
Thanks to our show brought to you by Health Actions Physical Therapy on the bypass in Troy. I've used these people. They're real good, and I appreciate their sponsorship. Also, Hook's Barbecue. If there's a better barbecue anywhere, I'll say the ribs at are about as good as you're going to get. And of course, we appreciate them being a part of our show. And also, Max Federal Credit Union and the good people there. We appreciate them very much.
Hey,
Wiley
South
Standard
Alabama,
Truck Line.
South Alabama, Louisiana Lafayette, 4 o'clock.
Is playing where?
At Louisiana Lafayette at 4 o'clock, South Alabama.
Yeah, Louisiana.
I'll take South Alabama.
Playing at Louisiana, South Alabama. I'm going to take...
Yeah, Lafayette just lost to La Monroe.
Well, I'm going to take Lafayette.
I'll take South Alabama.
All right.
Jaguars.
All right, Steve Campbell. Steve.
We got to add
Steve Camp.
We got to add him on that one.
Yeah, that's right. Steve, we got USA at Louisiana.
All right. Number 22 is Indiana at Nebraska.
Boy,
Fire in here, someone's got to have some relief.
I know it. You're right. Exactly right. And I'm going to take Nebraska at home. They need a win worse than anybody I know. Steve took them, and I'm going to take them.
I'm going to take Indiana.
Mike takes the Indiana Hoosiers.
I'm going to take Nebraska.
And if they're playing basketball, I'd take Indiana. But they're not playing basketball, Mike. They're playing football.
Number 23.
Nebraska's about as bad as you can get at football.
Yeah, I know.
Michigan at Iowa.
Iowa Hawkeyes. Everybody tells the story about Iowa can't score. They can't score, but they're playing pretty good defense. But Michigan should win this game by 2, maybe 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I'll take Michigan.
Steve went ahead and took Michigan.
All right. Number 24, Oklahoma and the Sooners take their Conestoga wagon to TCU to play the Horned Frogs.
You know, they got their feelings hurt. Oklahoma got their feelings hurt this past weekend. It's going to be a tough one here. I'm gonna say Oklahoma gets them back. I'm going to take Oklahoma.
I'll take Oklahoma.
All right.
Yeah, I'll take
Steve
Oklahoma.
took Oklahoma, but
I think this can be a close game.
you know, Mike, they
You got
say,
Oklahoma, Mike?
yeah, they say, ladies and gentlemen, that Ole Miss got the best back in the country when they got this back from TCU. Do you know anything about that, Mike?
Evans?
Yeah. Some people say he's the best back in the country.
Yeah, he's one of the top running backs in the portal. The kid that's tearing it up for Ole Miss, the kid from Mike Rose.
Yeah, that's right.
He rushed for 150 yards last weekend.
Boy, he's tough.
I don't
Okay.
know how he got out of the state. I don't know how Auburn, Alabama didn't recruit him.
Yeah, I know it.
Texas A&M at Mississippi State.
Yeah, This is my upset of the week. I think Mississippi State beats Texas A&M.
I'm gonna say the same thing, and I'm gonna be rooting for them.
I think they outscore Texas A&M.
That's what I got.
But you know what?
Go the Bulldogs.
What happened to Texas? I mean, to Mississippi State last week? The second half, they didn't even score, did they?
Well, they won 45-14, but
No, not
Mississippi State's actually the favorite.
the week before when Mississippi State was beat.
LSU, yeah.
Yeah, LSU shut them down.
Played horrible in the second half, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and Steve took Mississippi State. Georgia at Missouri. Boy, I tell you what, I know this Missouri kicker wants to crawl in a hole somewhere. You just think, you know, and it's really sad that the pressure it puts on these college kickers, and you know.
Yeah, I mean, you got to make that. That's an extra point.
I know it. It's unreal. Well,
I mean, he really. I mean, that's what's so sad is, you know, they could have walked in for a touchdown, and they kept on trying to hit a knee so they could put up the field goal.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
A pro situation.
Yeah.
I think they had the ball at the 3-yard line.
And they just, you know, the more times they hit a knee, the more pressure put on that kicker.
Lost 4 yards.
I'll tell you this now, and please don't let this, upset you. I think the guy was way too big to be a kicker. He looked like a lineman. He looked like he weighed 300 pounds.
I've seen that guy kick 58-yarders a game, so that guy's got an unbelievable leg.
Yeah, but boy, he missed that one, and he broke the hearts of all the folks from Missouri.
I don't know how you recover from a loss like that. That's one of the, at Troy, I guess, dealt with the same thing.
Yeah.
Of course, that saved him in a miracle throw, but to have a game you basically should have won twice. Man,
he was running in, making it look
the
easy.
running back's running in for a touchdown in overtime and just, sticks the ball out.
Swaps hands.
And loses it. Touchdown.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Swap hands.
I knew it the second it happened. Did y'all know it the second it happened?
Oh yeah, I knew it was a touchback. Yeah.
I did too. There was no question about it. Auburn, it broke a lot of Alabama folks' heart to see Auburn win.
The next game is the lock of the week, in my opinion. Kentucky is plus 6.5 at Ole Miss. I think Kentucky should be the favorite in this game. I think they'll go to Oxford and beat Ole Miss.
Oh boy, it's gonna be a good game. But I sort of like that too.
I don't think Ole Miss has been tested at all.
Yeah.
Nothing against Troy, but Ole Miss. If you look at who they've played, they beat Troy. They beat Tulsa. They beat Georgia. I think they beat one more cupcake. That's Central Arkansas.
Think though of the atmosphere. You know, we went in there and played Ole Miss first game of the year, and the atmosphere was just unreal. But think of the atmosphere at this game, Mike. Kentucky at Ole Miss. That's going to be a tremendous ball game.
I like Kentucky to win outright.
Oh boy, I'm not like you. I'm going to take Ole Miss.
Kentucky rain keeps falling down.
Yeah. Hey, whether Rodriguez back now, Mike?
Yeah, first game back.
Oh, no, I didn't know that. I'm going to switch over. I'm going to switch back. I'm going to take the Kentucky Wildcats. Rodriguez, the outstanding running
back. The
back.
thing about this is Kentucky's also getting 6.5 points.
Yeah, but we're not playing points, Mike.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying though. I feel like Vegas got this one wrong.
Yeah, probably did. But now, how does Bay? All right, how about this? LSU at Auburn. Now,
Finley is out.
Finley,
the quarterback is out.
The quarterback got hurt against Missouri, Ashford. LSU's a 9-point favorite.
I want you to hear this. Ashford came in relief, going 12 for 18 for 127 yards, and he rushed for 46 yards and a touchdown. Not bad for a guy coming off the bench. But here, I'm thinking you might see Zach Calzana.
He's out.
He is out.
He's out. He had sucked shoulder.
Yeah.
Well, Robbie Ashford is going to have to go with Robbie Ashford.
And then they got a freshman quarterback too. Might play a little.
Yeah, how did he look to you? He looked pretty good, didn't he?
No, nobody looked good.
Okay, LSU at Auburn, gonna be a big game, and I think Auburn will win the game.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I don't know.
Because they're Auburn, Mike. They're so lucky. I'm gonna take Auburn.
I mean, LSU, after what I watched against Mississippi State the other night, they look like they turned it around pretty good. Should have probably won the Florida State game. I'll take LSU, and I think they'll come with the nod.
I got LSU.
Who's Steve got?
I've got Auburn, and Steve's got LSU. And
You're going to go from first to worst.
yeah.
I know.
All right, but what makes you think LSU so good? I'm asking all y'all. What makes y'all think they're so good?
LSU, I mean, basically is like an extra point away from being undefeated. I mean, I think they would have beat Florida State in overtime. I mean, I just feel like that quarterback is really playing really good football.
Real good. Mm-hmm.
For LSU.
For LSU.
What's the name?
Yeah, that Daniels kid can run and throw. I mean, that guy's an athlete.
Yeah.
He's gonna give Alabama fits late in the season.
But this kid.
Yeah, dual threat quarterback tough against Alabama.
Yeah.
That's why I like Arkansas to play Alabama so tough this weekend too.
All right, everybody took Auburn but me. Everybody took LSU but me.
One thing I want to jump back to high school. The May player at Highland Home, who's a sophomore, received an offer from Tennessee
Oh boy.
this week. I heard that on the coaches.
What position is he play?
I think it's a defensive lineman, a defensive player. But I'll check on that. But I heard that last night on the coaches show here that's run every Wednesday night. David Helms is doing that for Troy Cable this year.
All right, let's get to Troy.
No, let's hear this last thing. Auburn getting ready to play LSU at Jordan Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. It is Albee against their Tigers. I say Albee's going to get them. Albee is going to get them. The final score, Auburn wins, LSU loses. And go Auburn. See that, Mike? See that, Mike?
Troy, Western Kentucky.
Well, Troy and Western Kentucky, and what a game that's going to be. High-scoring Western Kentucky. They scored 70 points twice this year. Is that right?
Not sure.
I don't know if they scored twice. They're averaging like close to 40 a game. I know that.
Way more than 40 a game. What have they done?
Western Kentucky?
Yeah.
I'm looking it up. They're the Hilltoppers.
They're in conference USA. Game will be at 6 o'clock on Saturday.
Yeah, on ESPN Plus.
That channel is going to be on the no. I have to look and see.
Mike, can I get ESPN Plus?
They beat Austin. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
They beat Austin P 38-27. They beat Hawaii 49-17. Indiana slipped by them 33-30.
That game was in overtime.
Mm-hmm. And they defeated Florida International 73-0.
Okay, my bad. But I think they're the 6th highest scoring team in the country, and they're playing host to Troy at Bowling Green, Kentucky. Is that right, Bowling Green?
Yeah,
Bowling Green. Of course, they've got a real good football team. Man, it's going to be tough. It's going to be real tough.
Yeah, they're a 6-point favorite over Troy. Troy looked phenomenal against Marshall. Marshall was averaging 500 yards of offense a game, and Troy just shut them down. Actually, Troy should have won by 2 or 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Troy had to kick a lot of short field goals. I just feel like Troy's offense is just not there yet to win a game against Western Kentucky. I think Western Kentucky will be in the 30s, and I think the final score will be Western Kentucky probably about 31, Troy 24.
I'm going to take Troy. I think they're just on a roll right now. They got their heart broken up at
Appalachian State.
Appalachian State, and you know, of course, that was a tough one for anybody.
I just don't know if Troy can score enough points for that.
Yeah.
Big issue for me.
Yeah, that's right. And of course, you know, he's playing real well. The quarterback at you know.
Yeah, Gunnar Watson's playing his best football.
Yeah. In fact, he.
I found out the other day though they lost Jalen McDonald, the great linebacker for Troy, who was having a phenomenal year before he got hurt. He's out for several weeks, and then Louis Medina, the starting defensive tackle, he's out for several weeks. And Troy's already lost 2 guys on defense.
I've got Western Kentucky.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just going to keep on betting against. I mean, picking against Troy. I picked against them against App State. I picked against them against Marshall, and now I'm picking Western Kentucky.
Well,
Troy's just got a brutal schedule.
I'm betting with my heart, and I'm going to take Troy to win, and we're excited about this game. Of course, like Mike said, 6 o'clock kickoff. Now, we talked about this. What is the temperature for that game?
Oh, wow.
We're
The
checking.
high's going to be like 72, low like 51.
51, but it's gonna be cool though.
That'll be great weather. Though.
What?
That'll be great weather. I mean, it'll probably be in the 60s most of the game.
We want to write in. Do we put a write in on this? University of South Alabama, Louisiana.
Yeah, that's already in.
All right, I took Lafayette.
I took South.
We got Alabama, Arkansas before we get off the show. Alabama is a 17-point favorite. 2:30 CBS game. Alabama played horrible against Texas a few weeks ago. I feel like they've turned it around a little bit on offense, starting to throw the ball downfield more, stretching the field more. Defensively has not been a problem at Alabama at all. Will Anderson's really turned it around and started to play phenomenal again. I say Alabama wins, but I say Alabama does not cover. I say Alabama wins 35-21.
35-21. Okay.
I've got Alabama 42, Arkansas 24.
I've got Alabama 31, Arkansas 20. I got Alabama 31, Arkansas 20.
I watched that game last year live in Tuscaloosa, and KJ Jefferson gave Alabama a fifth.
Yeah.
So I think Arkansas will score. And it'll be a crazy crowd.
Yeah.
But I tell you, you know, he is a good football player, and you know, they'll try to keep the ball between the tackles. I believe. I think they're gonna try to stop Alabama and you know, make them one-dimensional, and that means stop the run and cover the pass. I would say.
Did I give you the...
I'm going to be very upset. I got to go to a wedding at 5 o'clock, so I'm only going to be able to watch the first half probably, or 4 o'clock. I think I got to go to the wedding.
And where will you be?
At a wedding in Austin.
I know
I'll be in Austin, Texas. Actually, West Virginia will be playing Texas that day. You think Neil Brown will put me on the field if I call him?
And that's at Texas. Is that right? Yeah. Be going on during the wedding. Boy, that's gonna be.
Well, it's a town. It's a town of about 2.3 million people.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's right. That big stadium at Texas though, it's gonna be quite a chore. But that's gonna be a good football game.
I tell you what though, I watched West Virginia against Virginia Tech the other night. J.C. Daniels, the Georgia transfer, he was playing really good at quarterback.
For
West Virginia.
Yeah, West Virginia, and of course, you know, I told you I met the Jared the other day in the hall, and he is a fine young man. You know, he's the kind of guy you want to root for.
Yeah, I tell you what, you would hope he could get to the game somehow this weekend because, you know, he lost the job at Western Kentucky and had to transfer to Troy.
Yeah.
But the Western Kentucky quarterback's putting up unbelievable numbers.
Yeah.
Tonight on Troy Cable, G.W. Long is playing at Zion Chapel. You can see that live on Troy Cable, also on YouTube and Facebook. Rehoboth will be playing in Troy tonight against Charles Henderson. It's Charles Henderson's homecoming. And then tomorrow night, Prattville will be at Enterprise on Troy Cable, and Luverne will be at Highland Home. So
and I tell you what,
great games.
It'll be first class televised game.
You also have Tua facing Joe Burrow tonight. Dolphins and the Bengals.
Okay. Hope everybody has enjoyed today's show, and of course we appreciate everybody that made the predictions, and of course we'll see you tomorrow, bright and early for Today in LA. Roll Tide, go Troy, go Auburn.